Join me as I dive deep into the chaotic thoughts and feelings of a teenager's mind. Let's see if I can really figure out what's going on in there. Being a teenager can be a complex and challenging stage of life, full of physical, emotional, and social changes that can be hard to navigate. People often think teenagers are just rebellious or lazy, but the truth is, they're facing some serious psychological challenges. Teenagers are constantly trying to figure out who they are and where they fit in, all while dealing with intense emotional fluctuations. This can lead to mood swings, impulsivity, and sometimes even mental health issues like depression or anxiety. Teenagers are also under a lot of pressure to conform to certain social norms or expectations, whether it's from their peers, family, or social media. This can be really overwhelming and might cause them to feel like they're losing themselves in the process. Many people think that teenagers are just being dramatic or attention-seeking, but the reality is that they're struggling to cope with some really big emotions and pressures. A lot of the time, teenagers are misunderstood or dismissed as being too sensitive or overreacting. But the truth is, their brains are still developing, and they're more prone to emotional highs and lows. They need guidance, support, and understanding to navigate these challenges, rather than being judged or criticized. By acknowledging the real psychological challenges that teenagers face, we can start to break down some of the stereotypes and stigmas surrounding this stage of life. Teenagers' minds are also heavily influenced by technology and social media, which can be both a blessing and a curse. On the one hand, it's given them access to a wealth of information and opportunities to connect with others. On the other hand, it's also exposed them to a lot of pressure, comparison, and potential cyberbullying. Understanding the impact of technology on teenagers' minds is crucial if we want to help them develop healthy habits and a positive relationship with social media. As teenagers navigate their emotional and social world, they're also trying to develop their sense of self and identity. This can be a really tumultuous process, as they try on different personas, explore their interests, and figure out what they stand for. It's a time of huge growth and transformation, but it can also be really scary and overwhelming. By being patient, empathetic, and understanding, we can help teenagers build a stronger sense of self and develop the resilience they need to thrive. One of the most surprising things about teenagers is that they're not just looking for independence and autonomy, they're also craving connection and guidance. They want to feel seen, heard, and understood, and they need supportive relationships with family, friends, and mentors to help them navigate the ups and downs of life. By prioritizing empathy and understanding in our relationships with teenagers, we can help them develop into confident, capable, and compassionate individuals. The teenage years are a time of intense emotional and social change, and it's not always easy to know how to support them. However, by acknowledging the real psychological challenges they face, and by being patient, empathetic, and understanding, we can make a huge difference in their lives. Whether it's offering a listening ear, providing guidance and mentorship, or simply being a consistent and supportive presence, we can help teenagers build a stronger sense of self and develop the resilience they need to thrive. In conclusion, being a teenager is a complex and challenging stage of life, full of physical, emotional, and social changes that can be hard to navigate. By supporting teenagers through their mental health challenges and prioritizing empathy and understanding, we can help them develop into confident, capable, and compassionate individuals. If you've got a personal story or experience to share about being a teenager or supporting someone through this stage of life, please leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're interested in learning more about youth mental health, be sure to check out my next video for some more insights and advice.